We're making JoJo's part 3, part 2 video. Stardust Crusaders, the last 24 episodes. So let's remember what happened at the end of the first part. They finally made it to Egypt. Yay! And now we're gonna see a lot of Egypt. And let's just remember the gang with their stands. So here we have JoJo with Star Platinum. Then we have Kakyoin with the Hierophant Green. And Abdul with Magician's Red. And Polnareff with Silver Chariot. And Joseph with the Hermit Purple. Or was it Purple Hermit? No, Hermit Purple. Yes, there's 5 of them, and they're in the desert, and the Speedwagon Company Foundation comes and brings them food and water, especially water, because they're in the desert, they're going to need water, and some money too, I guess, and some information, and a new and a new camera for Joseph to take spirit pictures. And the first thing they do with this is to take this photo, and it's so cute, and I just love it so very much. And at the end of the show, like part 3, this photo makes me cry. But yeah, let's and they also bring some backup, some serious, very very powerful backup, because they're gonna need allies, because they're going to fight the most evil creature that has ever walked on earth, Dio Brando, with his vries and mudas. So they need backup, some serious backup. And the only 2 cards that we didn't see in part 1 was the Fool and the World. We are getting the Fool card. And Polnareff, being the cocky bastard he is, he's like, ha ha ha, who is it? The Fool, haha, what's gonna do? Ha, he's gonna juggle, like, some stupid stuff like that. And then the guys that bring the backup are like, no, don't do that. Like, he's angry from the road over. Like, he's just really angry and, like, anxious. And just like, do not make him any, mad than he already is. And it's like, hey, what is that? And then our backup is this cute little dog that is probably like this big, because he's like as big as my head, probably. He's so small, very small. Look at him, look at his face. And then they're bringing it, like, as you may remember, the orangutans could be a stand user. And now we have a dog stand user, and we also had a car as a stand, so anything is possible, literally. And since we are, like, run out of cars, the tiny little villains, the henchmen of Theo, are 9 Egyptian gods this time, because I do remember saying, we're run out of cars, like, what are we gonna do? And, like, what's gonna happen the next season? Like, I just thought that they would get their names from the title card. It was like, there are more seasons, so I don't know how they're gonna get their stands from and stuff. Anyways, they're in the desert. They meet, where are you? Andul, or maybe it's Andul. He's a tough-like character, blind, sense the vibrations, and has his stand is God Geb. It's earth, I guess. I checked it out. Yes, stand made of water. Oh, what? No, it is made of water, but like it doesn't show where it comes from, the domain and everything. Nah, fuck that. Anyways, I'm just gonna do what we remember. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it a bit more lighter. Okay, so Heavendel, and then they beat him in a very cool style. We see Iggy in battle just a bit. Anyways, after that we have the Oingo Boingo brothers, and they are comic reliefs, and they are weird, and I kinda enjoyed their episodes, but not that much. It was kinda a bit boring for me, but it is fine. So this character has the stand Tot, I guess. I can't pronounce it, it's Egyptian, and that's Knom, I guess. And this can shapeshift, and this one has this little comic book, or maybe it's a manga, I don't know, that predicts the future. Anyways, then they have a fight with the gang, and gang doesn't even realize that they're in a fight. And this one like gets himself hospitalized, and this is a little kid, and he's like, Jojo, what did you do to my brothers, and stuff like that. He gets all mad and angry. He's like 10, I don't know. And then we see Anubis, the god of death, as you may know. And the thing about him is that he is a sword, I guess, or maybe his soul is in the sword, and the people who takes his sword, and it's a katana. But why is it a katana? He's an Egyptian god. Why is it just a normal sword? I don't know. I don't care. The sword looked cool. So that's the only thing that matters. And everyone who wields a sword gets possessed by him to do his bidding and stuff. And then they beat him. Who was the one who beat him? Was it Polnareff? No, they beat him together. I guess it was Polnareff and Joseph. I don't remember. These guys get beaten on their own. Iggy and Jojo beats this guy. And then Maria, she has Bastet, which is, you know, a bit of a more known god. I don't know, like when I'm like, my specialty is mostly Greek and Roman gods, and that's partially because of Percy Jackson. And I was just like so bored with like everything of the Reorderverse at the time. I had like 15 books, you know. I read 2 Magnus Chases, and I read all the, you know, Camp Half-Blood books, the Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus, and those little books. The other was like the Half-Blood Diaries. What was it? I don't remember. Like a bunch of other books. Read them at this point, especially after the whole Heroes of Olympus. I was like so bored that I didn't even read the Crane Chronicles. If I have read it, then I would know more about the gods, but unfortunately I don't, so I won't be very helpful. But if they ever do something about the Greek gods, then I would be helping you guys. I hope they'll do that. So let's go. It's Bastet, and she can control electricity and magnetism. Well, no, not electricity, magnetism. And she has this socket, like this, the thing that you put. This guy, do you see it? Yes. And then she turns Avdol and Joseph into magnets, and we see some pretty gay scenes with them. That's just great fan service. Love seeing it. And then they beat her, they squash her, and they kill her, I guess. But she might not be that, I don't know. But she looks gorgeous though. That's what really matters. And then, who are you? Alessi, Saturn. Let me just see. Oh, Shadow. Oh, okay, I remember. So he has a shadow, and then the shadow turns people into kids, and it just makes them younger. And we see this episode where Polnareff becomes like an 8-year-old, and then some pretty uncomfortable scenes with a woman being naked. Like she just a woman finds him on the street, and he's like, "Oh, you're hurt. Let me just help you, and I'll just give you a shower and everything." And he's 8. He doesn't need a stranger helping him with his shower and everything. And you definitely don't need to be half naked for the shower. But those things were unfortunately fan service, but it's fine. She was a very pretty woman too, by the way. And at the end, they kind of had this little romantic moment where I hope and she get like a piece of Polnareff's earrings, and I was like, oh my god, that's so romantic, maybe let's see each other again. And then we never see her again, and which is really upsetting. And anyways, then they beat him. We see Jotaro being a 7-year-old kid, and at the 7 he doesn't have this, stand. And that's real problem. I just thought that stands just started existing like just now, but like we see Polnareff having his stand when he was like 5, 4, and we see Kakyoin having his stands when he was like 8, but Jotaro got his when he was 17. How old is he? 16, 17? I don't know. And Dio, I guess, got it after he came out of the ocean and stuff. I don't know how the stand thing works. Like, why is it just came out now? Why it never existed before? Where does it come from? Because it's not related to Hamon, I know that. Anyways, and then they beat him. We see 7-year-old Jotaro beating the shit out of this 30-year-old guy. And then this Darby brothers hate them. They're both gamblers of some kind. This one just classic gambling, does poker and stuff, and this one like beat video games and everything. And they beat this guy, and then we see an Iggy episode, which is the most, well, to be honest, which is my favorite fight of the of this like 24 episodes. We have this guy. Oh wait, what did we say? Yeah, the Osiris and Atum are their stands, and then we see Horus. A falcon. A falcon has a stand, and he makes ice. This too captures people's soul. He makes ice, and then he's also a fucking psychopath, like a proper bird for Dio, to be honest. Like Iggy almost kills him, you know, like he had this big scar on his chest, it's blooding and everything, and the falcon scares his fingers. No, he doesn't have finger feathers, and then like tastes his blood. I'm like, what? You're a falcon? Oh my god! Like, but he's so cool. And his fight with Iggy, we see Iggy being like locked in. I mean, even his face looks weird. Okay, so like the first part, this is what Iggy looks like. He doesn't look very bright, you know. He looks very stupid. But then at that fight, Iggy just locks in, and look at his face. It's just my favorite. Like, okay, so see. This is Iggy. This is what Iggy normally looks like. And then this is Iggy after he locks in. Was it? I don't know. Locks in. Yes, locking in. And this is him after locking in. And he has this most amazing fight. They fight underwater. They fight in the slums. They fight literally everywhere. Such great fights. Sand versus ice. It's like Gaara versus... Is there any ice user in Naruto? There's water, but not really ice. Maybe Kakashi or the Kage of the Mist Village, that gorgeous woman. Maybe she could be something. I don't know. Such a cool fight though. Ooh, 2 Kage fights. So great. I'm loving Iggy so much. And then they go into Dio's mansion. This fucker kills Avdol. I've never hated anyone in JoJo as much. I hate this guy more than I hate Avdol. And then he kills Avdol more than I hate Dio. Sorry. And then he kills Avdol. And then he also kills Iggy. He kills my baby dog. And they both die, poor Polar. And it just angers me so very much. Because like this is a minion. This is a henchman. Why did those 2 die for a henchman? At least just killed one of them. Okay? Just have Iggy or just have Avdol. Not why both of them at the same time. It's so infuriating. They were like, and just like kind of their death felt a bit, in vain and everything, because I wasn't, really expecting them to die. Wait, Dio part 3 and one of the versus part 6. He's also in part 6. Damn, I just got a spoiler. Fuck. Anyways, God, I hate it. Where are you, you bastard? It's all your fault that I got a spoiler. Fucking hate you. Ugly bitch. Okay, so this is him with Jonathan's body. See the star? I guess I told that he attached his head to Jonathan's body. This is what he looks like. Honestly, well, his outfit looks cool. He has like coolest outfit of them all. I mean, I used to thought that it was what happened? I used to thought that it was Avdol who had the coolest outfit, but it's him now, unfortunately. Just look at it. Like, oh my god, such a slut. Look at this waist, the hearts, there are hearts and there's another heart. The hair, the jacket, oh my god, he looks gorgeous, doesn't he? Absolutely hate him, but he does look good, unfortunately. So let's just open the characters again. Okay. No, we just have this stay here. Or no, I'm gonna open the gang. And then they meet Dio. By the way, one of the great things that happened is that they did not show us Dio up until like the last 6 episodes or something. Like, we never really seen his face, and I am in love with this choice. Let's just have Iggy stay on here because he's so cool. we never see his face up until like 6 episodes, and it is so good. And when we actually see his face, you feel that fear and anger, because like he has a great interaction. Like we don't see him, but we see the effect that he has on the rest of the gang. What I mean rest of the gang is just Kakyoin, Polnareff, and two JoJos, cause Eggy died. My beautiful guy. I wasn't expecting him to die, and then they killed him. Oh, by the way, I haven't told you, Iggy is a mafia boss, kind of. Like he has a stand, so no dog can do anything to him, and he has like couple of ladies and his own little kingdom, and then Joseph and Abdul comes and fucks everything up for him, so he's like really angry at them for for like messing up with his peace and everything. He's just so happy. He just wanted a peaceful life. My baby never got that. God, I love you so much. You'll be missed by baby girl. Anyways, poor little doggy. And he has a very brutal that he doesn't even die because of like a stand battle or something. This fucker, where are you? This fucker kicks him to death while Polnareff is fucking watching. Like, I know that you were almost like, you lost a couple of toes and maybe a little bit of meat over your leg. Like, it wasn't even close to your bones, okay? Like, you could have done something. Like, like when he was kicking him like 20 times, you could have at least do something. And you didn't. I was always like a bit... me and Polnareff, there's just this wall between us that I don't really like. We're never gonna be like... Nah, we're never gonna be friends. Me and him. I don't like him so very much, unfortunately. Sorry, let's just open the... where's the gang? Yep, here it is. Put the gang next to Dio. Yes, okay. Take it out smaller. Okay, so then they fight Dio for like, we see Dio's card, which is the world. Kakyoin fights him, and then he immediately loses and dies. But just before his death, he reveals the secret behind his stand, the world. And I love it when Japanese people speak English, especially in anime. It is just so good. And I really hate it when people are like, oh my god, the Japanese people are butchering the English language. And always show the scene of like, in Yukoku no Moriarty, when Willem is like, catch me if you can, Mr. Holmes. And that's one of the coolest things in this like whole series. Like, how could you hate that? And then they completely forgot about the fact that they, like when there's English dubbed versions of animes, they talk like Naruto or like Sasuke with like a lot of mouth. It's just the American accent just looks so forced on Japanese characters, because like they do not have the same phonetics. So when you try to talk like them, it doesn't sound like it, and it sounds really forced and really weird, and just leaves a bad taste in your mouth and in your ears. It's just so bad. Like Naruto, what are you doing? Told you to leave me alone, and stuff like that, because it's Japanese, they talk long and there are a lot of words, but there aren't that many words in English when when you translate it, so they make the word sound longer, so it's just a bit not good. So yeah, I don't understand why are they doing this. Like every time they say yes, I'm just like, there's a scene and then I was just like, are you gonna hit me? And I was like, yes, are you gonna hit me? Like nice and everything. Like no, are you gonna kill me? Yes. It's a good scene. I probably didn't understand a word that I said, but it's fine. Just watch it. It's so good. I'm in love with it. It's so great. Anyways, and then Joseph also dies. We see his soul leaving and reaching up to heaven. And then we don't see Polnareff for like at all. Like we did like Jotaro and Dio has their the meme. Everyone knows the meme. I have that like even before watching JoJo, like years ago, like about 5 or 6 years ago, I have a photo of me and my friend doing the Dio versus Jotaro, the walking meme kind of thing. We have a photo of that. I don't know where is that photo. I think a third friend took the photo, so she may have it, but it was just so great. You know, I was Jotaro, if I'm not wrong, because I was standing on the other side. Yes, I was probably him. He's my favorite JoJo, by the way. Like, Joseph was my favorite, but then he cheated on his wife, and I don't like cheaters. So Jotaro is my favorite. And yes, what else are we gonna see? Yeah, and then we don't see Polnareff for like half of the fight. It's JoJo versus Dio, just them. And then Dio's stand is stopping time for like couple seconds. It starts with 5 and then it becomes like 9, 10, 11 maybe. I don't remember. Anyways, then we realize that his stand and JoJo's stand are quite similar, and JoJo can also stop time. No, he can act. You know, like he can take action and stuff and stuff, but like for like 2 seconds, he also can, you know, do stuff in that frozen time. And then he also gets better and stuff, and he almost dies, and then he tries to act like he's dead. You know, he plays possum. He's just waiting for a chance for Dio to come back, and then when Dio comes back, Polnareff jumps off of a building, screaming sneak attack or something. Okay, maybe he wasn't screaming sneak attack, but like, you're not gonna do anything to Dio. And then Dio almost kills him, and you know, JoJo has to blow up his cover so that he lives. And then they fight and they fight and they fight. JoJo starts stopping time too, by the way. He also has a power like that. Now, I don't know. I don't really understand the power system or the dynamics or how everything works in it. But I don't really care. I mean, the fights look cool. And the art style is gorgeous. And I'm enjoying the music. I don't know if I told it, but the last season, like the first 24 episode, part 1, it ended with Walk Like an Egyptian in the, you know, as the outro. And I did not know that. And it's like one of my like all-time favorite songs. Maybe not all-time favorite, but like I loved it when I was a kid because it was in a scene in the Totally Spies movie. And I love that song. And if only I knew that this was the ending, I would have watched it for 24 episodes straight. But I only realized it at the last episode because I don't normally listen to outros and stuff. And I kind of felt upset because it was so good. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, and then they finally beat Dio, and he uses something on Dio, almost like slashes him too. They took the body, and then, oh, by the way, I forgot saying it, Dio took Joseph's blood, and Kakyoin is dead, by the way. I don't know if I said that, probably said it. And then JoJo is like, gives his blood to my grandpa, because like, my grandpa's dead and it's his blood. He deserves it, which I thought was something very stupid. And because, you know, I was like, what if he just possesses his body, you know? I mean, he has a Joestar and Dio body. What if he gets a full Joestar body? Like, what's going to happen then? And then that happens. I mean, like, Joseph wakes up. And then he's like, you fool, what did you do? And haha, that was my plan all along and I'm alive. And then Jotaro just brings out the full star platinum and was like, oh, I was kidding, just calm down. That buffoon thinks that it's a good time to be joking. And I would normally love that, but now I find him mildly annoying because he cheated on his wife. God, I wish I hadn't seen any spoilers. This video would have been like a lot more fun because I would be talking about the things that he did because he's so funny. And I really do like him, but why did he cheat on your wife? Your wife that you like so very much. Anyways, fuck. What else I was gonna say? Oh, I was gonna... Oh, God. How could I forget saying... I was planning to start a video with saying... welcome to the part where where Ora meets Muda. Because it's so great. Oh, fine. It's like talking about that. In the opening, it's normal just at the part, like the last part of the opening, it just goes like, the song just goes like, Ora, and then into the last 2 episodes, it changes, the time stops for like 2 seconds in the opening, and then Dio comes, and then we see Ora, and Muda. And it's so great. And just, you know, 2 sides of the same coin, loving it. And that was the part 3. Like I said, this part is like, has like really, compared to the other 2 parts, the side characters have a lot more depth. Even the villains have a lot. We never even seen that many villains. to be honest, in the like first 2 parts. Did we? No, it was just main villains and stuff. But like there wasn't many episodes. I mean, this thing has more like twice as episodes combined. Like the first season, part 1 and part 2, their combined episode was like 24 or 25, and then only part 1 of this is like 24 episodes. So it's normal for us to see like a lot more characters and more their inner, like their personalities and everything. And I do like it. Errol's really cool. He's a fortune teller. He looks great. Kakun, I was never really fond of him, to be honest. I mean, they have more depth than the other side characters from the first 2 parts, but they're still just not quite there yet. But they're so fun to watch. They're not bad characters, by the way. They're great. I love them so much. It's so fun to watch them. Like, these two have a special relationship. These two have a special relationship. These two have a special relationship. Yeah, there are 3 duos in this group of 5. Iggy just hates everyone. Like at the end of the episode, when everyone's like going to do Dio's mansion, and it shows their motives and everything, and Iggy is like, he's mad at Dio because all of this stupidity is his fault. And I'm like, oh my god, Dio, oh my god, Iggy, I love you so very much. And yes, that was part 2 of part 3, and this is currently my favorite. I don't know if the same thing are like gonna happen, because like in this one they travel around the world, well, half of the world, and I'm loving it so very much. It was so beautiful. It made me learn a bunch of stuff. It was gorgeous to watch. Everyone looked like Greek statuettes and statues are little small ones like that. And it was just so beautiful. And I do think that even though like after watching part 4 or like 5 and stuff, this still is going to be my favorite. Because like I said, I do think that Jotaro is the face of the whole franchise. I mean, he's the one that I think of when when someone says, before watching the show, he's the one I thought of when someone said JoJo. He's the main JoJo for me. And like, yeah, that's all. Love you guys so very much. The video is like unnecessarily long, so I don't want to talk about more. So love you. Bye bye so very much. Love you. Bye bye. Bye bye.